Everybody throws something away every day, but most people do not know where it goes once it hits the trash. Every day, millions of tons are delivered to landfills across the world. Today, we'll discuss what is household trash, where it goes, what can and cannot go into a landfill, and some basic components of a landfill. Household trash, or municipal solid waste, is anything and everything that you use every day and then discard later. The EPA describes it as paper, food waste, yard trimmings, plastic, metal, leather, rubber, wood, and textiles, glass, and some other items. In 2012, 251 million tons were delivered to landfills across the U.S. Nebraska Department of Environmental Quality said that there was 2,120,813 tons delivered in Nebraska in that same time period. I looked at some local landfills just to see what we took in. Grand Island took in 63,000 tons. Hastings, 48,000 tons. Kearney, 44,000 tons. Lexington, 36,000 tons. Here in Holdridge, we took in 21,000. One of the places that will accept trash besides a landfill is a transfer station. A transfer station is a building or area where public and commercial haulers deliver the garbage. It is then pushed into larger vessels such as semi, tractor trailer, train cars, or maybe even a barge. It is then hauled farther distance out to a municipal solid waste landfill. Another place that receives trash or disposed items is a C&D pit, or a construction and demolition pit. This kind of pit does not accept household garbage, but will take in anything from the building or the demolition of a building. Landfills are expensive to operate, and there are things that cannot go into a landfill. Some of these items are biohazards, such as blood-soaked clothes or other blood products from a medical clinic or a hospital. Another thing is anything that contains PCBs, not unlike the fluids of the old electrical transformers. The Resource Conservation and Recovery Act is what drives what we can accept and how we are built. CFR 4261 is the classification and identification of hazardous waste. CFR 4258 subpart D guides the building and operation of a landfill. There are some basic components of a landfill that are across the board. They all will have a compacted clay liner. This clay liner is 3 feet of compacted dirt, compacted in 2 to 4 inch lifts, and on top of this clay liner is another plastic liner laid out. On top of the plastic liner is sand, some fine rock, and some piping that is connected to a pump. On top of that layer is another membrane liner that is all sealed together. And this creates what is called the leachate collection and removal system. Leachate is any liquids that are brought in to the landfill and from the decomposition of the garbage. It is then pumped into town into a wastewater treatment plant. And they will always have a place that's called the delivery point or the working face. Here, operators take the garbage, pack it in certain high lifts, not unlike packing silage on the farm. A landfill is expensive, and it must be maintained. Once a landfill is closed, 3 feet of dirt is put on top of all the garbage, planted with grass, and this dirt and grass must be maintained for its entire life. Today, we have discussed what is household trash, where it goes, what can and cannot go into a landfill, and some basic components of a landfill. Now, you might have thought this subject was just rubbish, but to me, it's not. I'm a landfill foreman, and trash is my business.